Go.
Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geek. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, the Fantastic Four is back again. We got Cuz in the building, BA, Big J, bringing you some more geek content for you guys to join in. Listen, if you guys are new to the channel and to geek content, movie and TV related, simply hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. And also, too, if everybody can do us a favor, hit them likes. That'd be much appreciated, man. Hit them likes for us, man. That way they continue to build the algorithm up to find more geeks like yourselves to join us here. And also, too, if you have any comments, any questions, simply put it in the comment section, and we'll get to those towards the end of the show. All right, y'all, we got a good one today. Y'all already know, man, we got to talk about a certain show. A show that came on, what was it, Wednesday?
You did Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, what was the name of the show? Oh, appreciate it, Big Nick. I forgot, bro. I forgot what the name of the show was. Listen, we're going to be talking about Invincible. All right, so you guys have watched the episode. Join us here for these conversations. If you have not, we're going to let y'all know right now. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You have been warned. All right. If you have not seen episode 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, right? We on the fifth episode? Let me make sure. I'm getting all the shows mixed up, so we already got too many shows. Episode 5 of Invincible, man. I recommend you go and watch it. Come back. Join us for the conversation. Till then, you have been warned. All right, fellas, get to it. BA, what's your thoughts on episode 5, man?
Amongst the vast material we have to cover, 2 shows. This one in particular is this was great. This was this was on a different level to me. And I hate to compare it to last week's episode 4, which they say was lowest rated out of the whole entire series so far, and that's not fair. It was a good show. It was just it just wasn't this week, man. This week was just whatever check box you have, it had to check off. It had the drama, between Nolan and his mother. And his mother, yeah. Shout out! I put it in the group. Shout out to Sandra Oh.
Mm-hmm.
She voice acted her butt off when it came to that scene. And I'm hearing she's well rounding this character because this character didn't have this much free range in the original comics. So this is her just doing what she does, and it really sold the scene. Even her breaking skin, and spilling blood onto Nolan's chest. That was impactful, man. So she definitely, that was definitely like, I felt that in a sense. And my man Nolan was like, man, I apologize. But old shorty on the other planet, I was gonna get right back. I was just saying that for a second. He played it off very well. Shout out to Nolan, man. But when it came to Invincible and everything, and just the fight scenes was just crazy. I heard that was one of the illest scenes in the comic books. And if it was, y'all can help me judge that, because to see it in animation form was absolutely nuts. My man Invincible got one of the best death grips I've ever seen in my life, because there was no way he was supposed to hold on to somebody that literally caved your chest in. Like his insides was just, that was nasty work. but he managed to maintain, long enough. So that was great to see. We got the different characters that's starting to show up with with the tech, and they switched the sex of the tech the
Tech jacket.
tech jacket. Thank you. I was about to say Blue Beetle. And I think that fits well because well, they're not together now. But I was like, okay, her and Oliver can spend a little bit more time together and things of that nature. And it looked like they can, do a little something. But clearly they're in two different spots now. So we see how that turns out. And just understanding everything, just understanding the fact that when they're in space, they got to hold their breath. He was like, yo, Oliver, you need to breathe. Go ahead and breathe. Like, that was great. He literally had to go to another planet just so he could take in air. And this one scene, and I'll leave it at that, was when Onslaught, his name Onslaught, right? Conquest. Jesus Christ, look at Onslaught. Conquest, when he showed up behind Oliver. If anybody watched Game of Thrones, anybody watched House of the Dragon, it was a scene where it was a big dragon in the clouds, and it was a smaller dragon underneath of it, and you could tell one was about to smash the other, and it was just like that. But luckily, things happened, and Oliver prevailed in that situation. But it was a crazy scenes. To me, I give a score. You didn't even ask for it. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. One of the greatest things I've seen when it came to animation that I've seen in quite some time. They really set the bar extremely high. I don't know who's next. Who's Big J?
It was great. It was a fantastic episode. When Conquest was behind Oliver, it was like it could have ended the episode right there, and it was already like pushing a 10 at that point. For Invincible to hold on, like when he told him that you wouldn't breathe again, and he meant it. It was like, oh, this is a next level fight right here. I am curious of how Invincible he's going to recover, but I'm curious of how he's going to respond to what's his name, the agent, the U.S. agent, who
old dude.
Yeah, like his name right now. Cecil.
So I'm curious of how he's going to respond to him because Conquest was supposed to be dead, and then turns out he's alive, and now I had to save my brother from him, and I almost died because of trusting you. So that's going to be interesting how they deal with it. It was a great fight through and through. His mom dealing with the voice acting was great. You felt the emotions behind it. She basically like broke her hand essentially, hitting what's the name on the chest. Like it just showed you the emotions behind it. Like it was a fantastic episode. And then you had Alan and old girl having to duck away onto the spacecraft to be able to survive. It's going to be crazy to be able to follow what they're going to end up going through because they're probably going to end up on that planet with more Vulture. So it's going to be crazy moving forward to see how they end up surviving this. But yeah, it's crazy. The first big fight, and they're scattered. Their big hitters essentially are scattered across the solar system, just like that. And that's just fighting. There's 3 of them at that point. So he did get a big one out the way, but still, he still fought just 3 of them, and they luckily no deaths for the most part, but you got your hands full. They wish they knew they would that they would need a lot more people to help, but it just shows you what they're dealing with when it was just 3 of them. So, but yeah, fantastic episode. Can't wait for the next one. What you got, Big J?
No, I think this was a great episode. I mean, like I said, the acting was great. Debbie's scene was great. I know y'all gonna be like, "Oh, I can't believe," but I did notice one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When Debbie punched him and broke her hand, That next scene when they was having dinner, she was fine. Like her hand didn't have no blood, no stitch. Like the band, because she had the bandage up, and then the next scene, I'm like, wait, what happened? Like it was.
She didn't break. She didn't break her hand. She just
I
scraped
thought
it.
she did. I thought she broke the hand on his chest.
No, she didn't break it.
Just
she just scraped it.
Oh, okay.
That's why she just had the bandage on it.
Oh, okay. But I was sitting there, like I said, I liked everything in the show. The fight was great. Like I said, even the whole thing with Tech Jacket, I wasn't upset that they did the swap with Tech Jacket. I liked the daddy's part too, because he was kind of funny, like the man in the chair initially while she was doing the fight. And then I like the fact that her armor, like, it does the healing, like it self heals, so she ain't got to worry about stuff like Iron Man. Well, the armor's being depleted and all that. It's like, oh, it's repairing. Like, just chill out while it's repairing. I'm like, okay. But I think Tech Jacket is going to be useful in the fight. I mean, she was handling business against the Viltrumites. She wasn't putting in a whole lot of damage, but I think she could at least keep them distracted until one of their big hitters shows up, like either Alan or Mark. And Oliver, he's we all know from the comics, he's got to level up. He'll never be quite what Mark is, but he got to level up, because he's good. He's probably better than most of the Earthbound heroes, but he's just still too weak to go straight up against a Viltrumite. I mean, even Mark is borderline. I mean, he's leveling up every time. And like I said, we saw this one, how Conquest, who was the second strongest Viltrumite, was able to put all that damage on him, and pulling guts out while he's choking him out. Which that was, like I said, that was true. Now, I didn't think, and if I'm not mistaken, I thought in the comments, I thought he just did the Viltrumite karate chop punch straight through him. I didn't think he was yanking guts and pulling them out in the comics too. I forget.
I think he did because that's how they remember they. Well, I'm not gonna get too much till I start talking, but yeah, all his guts and stuff were out.
I know. I don't know if he was like, but how he gets was like, oh,
yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, they probably added a little bit more as he pulling out or whatever, for dramatic effect or whatever. But yeah, that Joker guts was out in the comic.
Now I know from what I understand is, but Mark is going to probably have to sit there for a couple months on that planet healing because So I think Nolan and Oliver probably
Oliver.
Yeah, they stick with him while he's healing, and that's why I think everybody's kind of split off right now. So I don't think anything major is going to happen in the next episode. Probably it's going to probably be another one of them lull episodes, just because Mark has to heal up from all what's going on unless he do a time jump.
That's what I was thinking. They're gonna probably end up doing.
They could,
or they can go back and there's other people that's on Earth that's not on Earth no more. Like
you talking about
Monster Girl and Old Boy
Robot?
Yeah,
Rudy and
that's a good segue scene.
Yeah.
Are we ready to see that part yet? Because I know that I thought that part of their story kicks in much later. I mean, they could kind of show them doing some, maybe spycraft type stuff, sneaking around for right now. But I don't think they can show what happens with him ultimately for a while.
Well, no. Okay. I don't think he means ultimately. I think he's talking about just kind of showing what they're going through, whatever over there. You can show that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Show what they're going through, whatever. But the ultimate part, you wait till probably like next season or something or whatever. Or I don't know if they're gonna do it toward the end of the season, but
probably next season.
I think between the end of toward the end of the season or next season, they're probably gonna show it because they're over there right now and they got to come back to Earth. So yeah, probably next. If I had to guess, probably next season.
But I did like the fight. Like I said, the fight scene was great with all of them. I liked the way how the hero Viltrumites was working together. Like every time, you see one of them go flying off somewhere, and then you see Conquest because everybody's trying to keep an eye on Oliver and Conquest because Conquest was wanting to get Oliver by himself. And as soon as he saw Oliver go that plane, he was like, "Ooh!" He took off like it was a pork chop. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to have me some fun down here." And like I said, when he was standing behind him about to do it, all of a sudden he saw Mark just come in and whap. But
slow motion with the hand up.
Oh, dude, that like I said, but I knew that fight was gonna be epic. It's kind of cool to see everything, I do want to see when they're gonna finally show us what Thrag is capable of. Based on what we've seen already from him. Yeah, I want to see Mark's reaction to Cecil, what he's gonna say about Cecil lying to him again. Because that was stupid on Cecil's part. You already knew that dude was gonna heal and escape. He wasn't gonna get a chance to talk to him, and I know he thought, if I bury him under, 20 tons of concrete.
He made something strong enough to stop Mark and thought he could stop him. Like, bro, you didn't see what this dude did. Like,
yeah, Mark was on his level. Although Mark is, like we said, Mark every time they fight, Mark levels up. So he's gonna be probably on Nolan's level by the next fight.
Nolan said he already at his level.
I didn't think. I knew. I thought Mark was getting
I
close.
thought. I'm thinking of the comic. I think he might have said that, but
I thought
I
Mark
think
was getting close, but I know
yeah.
Nolan is also stronger than people think too, because of the other twist that nobody else knows about yet. You know, but we ain't gonna talk about the show, so we can't discuss that yet.
Appreciate
They
that.
might now that I don't think they're gonna do this season for sure. They
No,
can
no,
probably
no,
wait
no.
till probably next. It's probably different next season. What you
Next
talking
season of
about?
the
I know
season
you're
after,
talking about.
yeah, I know. Yeah, once
Yeah,
he meets Thrag, I think that's when that comes out. Once they start really interacting with Thrag,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we're gonna see. But no, I love the show. And then if we ain't give it, I know B already gave his grades. I don't know if it's grade time yet, so you let us know if we're gonna wait to do the grades.
What's your grade? What you got?
I almost gave this one a 12 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Because I was loving the fight. This was up there for me. So
12 out of 10.
I give it a 10.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought it started off a little slower to the end, and when it came to the end, I was like, "What in the world?" Because I forgot about that last fight scene. Like I remember in the comic, and so when it actually happened, I was like, "Oh, so this is what it looks like when you put it in action." Like you said, when what's his name? Conquest was fighting Mark. The fact that like I'm kind of glad my wife didn't watch it, because I know she would have been all squeamish and stuff, bro. When he started taking out the guts and all that stuff. So, yeah, that part was a trip. The fact that Oliver, like you said, I know people are like, oh, he's annoying or whatever. Why did he go with him and stuff? He wasn't gonna be no help. It's like, bro, he got to eventually learn how to do this. Eventually, like he said, if they get past them, they're going to come to Earth. They're going to come to Earth. So they got to stop them right now at the beginning or whatever before it really gets serious. Then on top of that, the fact that he couldn't breathe in space because he never really flew in space like that before, so he didn't really know how it worked. So all that stuff was understandable. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, bro. I haven't been online to see people's reactions, but I see that they changed the sex of the gender of Tech Jacket, and I was like, well, man, I can see the internet melting down now. Because what it looks like, I guess Oliver and her gonna have some kind of connection. For what it looked like, I kind of got that sense or whatever. So it's probably why they did that. But other than that, man, like I said, this episode was fire, man.
Can we say something though? Oh,
yeah, go ahead. What you got?
About people freaking out about Tech Jacket, the gender swap. The 14 people that read Invincible to that point, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they go online. I can't believe. Oh, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
the minorities always allowed this. BJ, you already know how they go.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying?
So you said it started off slow to you, Ralph. So what you wasn't here for the drama? You wasn't here for the theatrics?
Nah, the drama was fun. Yeah, the drama was fun.
So then
I'm just saying he kind of was like a little slow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what part like was it? Was it the Debbie scene? Was it the dinner scene? Like,
the dinner, especially the dinner montage, the Debbie scene, the beer, all that. It was like, okay, what do we do? At first I thought like, okay, this is another one of those filler episodes. But then it got to the part where he's on that ship, and then as soon as it exploded, I was like, I already knew what time it was. I was like, the explosion. That's that one with Conquest came in there. So the Conquest showed up. I said, okay, here we go. Now get to some action or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Because normally what they do is with the shows, they kind of sprinkle the action in within the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Not just have straight narrative and then have action. Even the last episode, you know what I'm saying? It had action sprinkled in with the narrative, which keeps you drawn in. With this one, it was just straight narrative. Then they hit you with the action, like at the end, like really hit you with the action. It's like, oh, okay. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said it was a little slow for me, but it wasn't slow like, oh my God, it was trash. It was just a little slow. It's like, okay, this usually y'all have a certain beat to your episodes. It's like, this is kind of new. Okay. But then, like I said, to make up for it, we're gonna hit you with this action at the end. You're like, oh, okay, but
crazy action.
You got it, my bad. Exactly. I'm gonna let you do. You got it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You got it. And so that's why I said, like, for me, man, it was a pretty good episode, though. Like I said, with the action, that made up for it for me, man. But yeah, next episode, I'm trying to think what happens after. I'm with you, BJ. I don't know, because now you got me thinking. They might do that whole episode because Nolan's gonna have to get to know Oliver, which is what he's gonna do on this. During this point, because that's when the 2 months or whatever, when him and Oliver spent time together. I'm trying to remember what else happens at that time, though.
I'm sure they're going to have something with Alan and Tech Jacket having to escape from the Viltrumite ship.
And was that in the comic? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
That might be something new.
I don't think so. I'm trying to think what else.
I'm trying to think what else happened too. I really can't remember. But
Space Race is back on Telestria at this point.
Yeah, he got to be. Because
he wasn't there when they were doing this. So he should have been with him. He probably would have helped. He could have killed all the Viltrumites in a minute.
With one shot.
Yeah,
they don't know who he is. Only one to know who he is Nolan. So yeah, he definitely could have helped. But yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm trying to remember what happens after that. But go ahead, be there.
When does what's your name? Like the lion dude, the Battle Beast.
Battle Cat? I mean,
yeah.
They haven't found him yet. If I had to guess,
like you think they found him this season?
Yeah. I think they'll find him this season. It'll probably be toward the end of the season, but I think it's also too after Nolan. Oh, hold on. Was it Nolan them the one that found him, BJ?
They found Battle Beast?
I mean, like not just Nolan, but I mean, like with the coalition, was they the one all found him? When Nolan went in with them when they found him?
I think so.
That's the case, then they're gonna have to wait 2 more months in the show, 2 more months, not within the actual, actual real 2 months or whatever. But which means they're gonna probably wait a few episodes till Mark heals, and then they go find Battle Beast because he's somewhere in space right now floating. That's where they had to find him at. So they'll probably find him toward the end of probably towards the end of the season. How many episodes is 8?
I believe 8.
So we got 3 more episodes.
Yep.
I would say 7. Probably episode 7, if not 8. It probably if it's 8, they're gonna probably use that as like a leeway right into season 6 or whatever. So
that's what I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be next season when the Thrag situation.
So how do you think we're gonna see Thrag do anything at all? Because he literally ain't did nothing yet.
He's been mostly aura farming, is my understanding. So
yeah,
I think there's going to be more of that for this year, just to build him up as a threat while we see other Viltrumites come and go.
Because he don't fight Battle Beast yet. That's like further down the line. Like you said, it's kind of like where that's when Nolan them find the secret we talking about, and then Thrag goes off solo or whatever, and that's when your boy Alan sends Battle Beast after him. So. But yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. But you said you gave it a 10.
A 10 as well. It's just a fantastic episode.
Yeah, I probably
can't slow roll it.
You said you gave it a 7? What'd you say?
Straight 10. I said I gave it a 2.
Okay, all right. Hater.
No, I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9, man. Like I said, that action scene at the end, man, was pretty good. I don't know what's gonna happen to Alan and Tech Jacket, bro. That's gonna be interesting. Like I said, that's something new, I think, from the comic. So we're gonna have to see. But I know we're gonna get some kind of a build period with the 2 boys and Nolan. So because the events were gonna take about 2 months to heal. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. All right, fellas, let's go ahead and turn the page, man, and get to the main topic. Let BJ and BA see this real quick. Iron Fist Luke Cage will officially return in Daredevil Born Again Season 3. The Defenders will reunite on the screen after 10 years. Ain't that amazing, fellas? Ain't that amazing? Wow, just terrific. BJ's so excited over there. He got to turn the camera off. Listen, man. We finally got that confirmation. BJ, man, think about this wonderful news, BJ. Folks at home know, man.
So I've got the camera off in protest, so y'all can see my visage and anger on my face at this point. I know this was a Rail's dream that he wanted to see our Iron Fist come back for some reason. The most hated man in Marvel TV, even more so than Ike Perlmutter. You know what I mean? The man that gave y'all your Rail's favorite other show.
Oh, don't say the name. Don't you say the name, BJ.
But hey, So
that shit was trash.
Hey, yeah, Ike Perlmutter. So okay, so who's worse? Was Ike Perlmutter or was it your boy Danny Rand? Which one's worse?
Oh, definitely Ike. He gave us the worst show to ever be put on TV, bro. In the Inhumans.
Okay, so you said the name. See, so
So I'm trying to say to people, let me go see what he looking
was
for. No,
that
don't
worse?
look.
Was that worse than Iron Fist show?
Bro.
With the bad action, the
That's
bad
what I tell
fighting,
you.
no choreography.
Bro, how about bad acting, bad CGI, bad story? What else?
Okay, but
bad costumes. Like everything was bad about that show,
okay,
bro.
but in
The
the
show was
beginning,
just trash.
in the beginning, was your boy Finn Jones not fighting like somebody from one of them blaxploitation movies? He was looking like Dolomite out there from the '60s. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
And them Dolomite show, them Dolomite movies was fire, bro.
Dolomite couldn't kick past his knee, so you know.
What about the Return of Dolomite? You see the Return of Dolomite? It was better, man.
That's what that looked like to me. You know what I'm
one
saying?
great scene in it.
Oh, look at you.
I ain't say nothing, BJ. I wasn't going there.
Anyway, so I mean, look, Luke Cage, yeah, he can come back. It'll be cool to see. I'd love to see, like I said, Luke Cage versus your boy Tombstone when they get Tombstone fleshed out, because I can see that'd be a cool little fight, even though Tombstone lasts about 35 seconds. But you know,
I don't know, BJ. Tombstone pretty strong, man.
He ain't stronger than Luke. Luke was taking hits from hadn't Luke got hit by like the Hulk and Thing and all that in the past?
I think it did.
So, you know, I think those dudes are Shatter Tombstone, so I don't think that's that big a feat. So we'll see. But I can see those two fighting, because like I said, the Hulk being in Spider-Man, but that's like we said, that wouldn't even be a fair fight. There's nobody for the Hulk to fight in Spider-Man. Not Tombstone, not Scorpion, none of them could lay a lick on him. So I don't, like I said, he can't really fight in that movie. But unless Danny Rand shows up, of course, then he could fight him, of course, because according to you, Danny Rand is the greatest fighter known to man, with his magical iron fists and his finger guns that he got at the end.
I don't want to talk about that. Even I was like, wait, what the word is this, bro?
Hey, he was like, pew, pew.
Like done.
What you got,
bro? Is this the only picture you have, bro? Do you have the behind the scenes picture?
Let me. Well, I can get it real quick. Go ahead, talk. I got you.
Okay, so when it comes to the fact that they're reunited, like that, this is not bad. This is what it was leading to, and we all can see that. So we're waiting for Jessica Jones, and I even think Luke might be in season 2 of Born Again. At least Luke Cage, that is. So
I believe it too.
It's a nice transition from getting maybe out of the Fist narrative, because we're so enamored with that we might have more villains and more storylines, more complex storylines, and you need more people to flush that out. Daredevil can't fight everybody, as we know, and as much as they want to make Karen Page goddamn Rey Skywalker, she's not. She's just a regular person, and we can downsize the Black Widow, on steroids, and that's what they're making her out to be. So I'm not necessarily feeling that 100%, but so I'm just kind of stalling into that picture. But when that picture actually comes up, I'm gonna show you something. There's going to be multiple people on this particular photo, right? And it's one guy that wants everyone to know that he's a part of this production, and that's why I can't stand him. That's why. And he's not a part of it. That's why I was like, someone didn't get the memo, and I don't like it. And it's just they're going with it, and we're stuck with it. So it's nothing we can say or do. It's nothing that we can. Like, we can't go in an uproar. They already filming. Like, this is started. Like, they're getting it in now. So yeah, he posted himself working out one day, and now other photos pop up, and it's just like, yeah, man, just did you learn how to fight? That's all. That's all we ask.
Here you go, B. Talk about this right here.
Look who got their face. See, there's a reason Luke has his face. Someone told Michael to go ahead on and cover your face. And we all know Jessica Jones was in the season 2. Mm-hmm. Your boy Danny Rand, Finn, whatever his name is, like, no, y'all look at me, see Finn me, Rand. I'm a part of this. He should have ran away from the camera then. Like, he should have ran away from this project. That's what he should have did. But no, it's like like I said, it is what it is. I wish things were different, personally, but it is what it is. I just hope you learn how to fight. Just be a bit believable. Show some acting. I didn't like him in Game of Thrones either. I don't like him. I just don't like the things that he does.
Bro,
Show me something that he does well, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. But this
tell me why
this
somebody
wasn't one
just
of
said
them.
what you. Somebody feel the same way you feel. Somebody just saw this. Somebody commented that post. Talk about keep your head down. Hopefully they don't notice me. Is Iron Fist. I mean not Iron Fist. Luke Cage. And then Finn Jones. I'm back, bitches.
Thank you, thank you. It was clear to see. So it's nice to see that light my
Jacket
great
wide
mind
open
sticking
and
light.
everything walking out. Wide open.
Yeah, man. Yo,
Gun.
CB. I need y'all to CB. You know
No,
what I'm
no
saying?
hood
That's
on nothing. They're like,
nothing.
Wait,
Nothing. And like I said, Jessica can get away with it because we know that she's in season 2. Like there's no need to hide her. But that man, that one guy, that one guy. So like I said, I ain't gonna be too much repetitive, but I just hope that he took it serious. I hope that sometimes when the internet community is saying like, or pretty much on one accord, or saying like, I wish you would have kind of gave a little bit more to the project, and wish you would have kind of didn't hold back as much as you probably thought that you was holding back, or that you actually learned how to do certain things and stuff like that. Take it serious, because these kind of characters, these kind of roles, they can stay with you for a very long time. You never know when they're going to bring things back, or spin the block, or whatever the case. So you should always be like on top of your game when it comes to the Marvel world, or just comic book world, period, so that you can always be ready. So we'll see. What you got, good?
Now, I didn't even think of it that way as far as Ben Jones making it about him by having his face out there. So that's a fair judgment on that part. But I'm excited about it overall. Like I said, I would have been fine either way if he. I think it would make a cleaner change with him coming back to be able to hand off the Iron Fist to the next one. So that does make it clean. So to everybody's excitement, there could be a possibility that we only see him for a short time, and then it's the next Iron Fist. Uh, but like I said, I was okay if he does come back a little bit longer, just so that under the Daredevil tutelage, as far as your writers, now they have a legit showrunner as well, and you have Disney Disney money. Like the way that Daredevil's being ran is more. It's just short of being a movie. Uh, so I think production across the board would be much better than what Danny had dealt with in Iron Fist. So I'm hoping that that will propel him to do much better. But then also does give the possibility of him being moved on from as well. So, but yeah, this was what everyone was expecting. We talked about it ad nauseum for the most part. Yeah, once Daredevil got going, of course you have to have bring back Punisher. Of course you have to bring Jessica Jones. Of course you have to bring Luke Cage back and Iron Fist and the Defenders. So it is exciting that they are going to have the Defenders. What has me curious is I'm not sure if we talked about it before with the Marvel. They've done their TV schedule or their release schedule change, where we won't get as many movies, live actions, and animations and stuff. And
yeah, we talked
that's
about it.
where, yeah, and I know we talked about it, but as far as with Daredevil being the key piece, did we talk about if there's a possibility of them switching over from Daredevil to the Defenders being the TV show that they maintain?
Well, no, you did theorize all this happening though, because I give you props
Yeah,
on this. You
yeah.
said that everything was gonna flow through Daredevil's show.
Oh yeah, it just makes sense. But now I'm just curious if they're going to end up switching over from Daredevil
To
Born
Defenders.
Again to Defenders and let that be the main show moving forward. Because at
Now
that point,
that I can't guess. I guess we're gonna have to see how this next season goes,
yeah,
and with Daredevil, because all of them gonna be back in the show. We're gonna have to see how that goes. So I'm not even sure.
okay. Because the reason why I say that if you have the Defenders, you will have shows or episodes that they're together. but then you can also have them being by themselves a little bit more often as well, without necessarily having a full production as far as their own show. That's what I was thinking if they would end up going that route. But that's something in the future that they could think about. I know you're watching, Kevin, so just put that in your ear. So that's all I'm thinking about. What you got, Real?
You already know. You already know what I'm about to say. First of all, y'all all wrong. What they're gonna do is if you have to sign him to a Robert Downey Jr. contract, bro, he's gonna be Iron Fist
For life.
For the next 15 years. You know what I'm saying? We got to have old man Iron Fist. So no, listen, I feel like I think we already saw this. This is about to happen or whatever. This is just confirmation now. Mike Coulter been acting like he was oblivious. I don't know what's going on. I want to come back. I don't know if I'm coming back. And now we see him in the show or whatever.
Every time.
Now this kind of got me curious of what. So if Fisk isn't going to be the bad guy in season 3, what are they fighting in season 3? That's what I want to know. Oh, sorry, no. Stop, my bad. Hold on. Is it not confirmed? But are we hearing that he's not going to be the bad guy, or are we just hearing he's not going to be the mayor?
No, he's not. I think they said the Fisk storyline is going to be over after season 2, is what they've said. Not that he's going to disappear or die as a character, but they just said that his storyline is done.
So he could still be in the show.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a very minor part of the show. I don't think he's going to be like the big overarching thing of the show. I mean, there's enough other characters, and
Yeah, I didn't know if it was they were saying that he was just not going to be the mayor, or he just wasn't going to be in the show at all or whatever. I wasn't even sure, but because if that case, then it's like, then who are they going to fight then? Get the hand back?
Well, we saw the hands in Spider-Man.
In Spider-Man, yeah, but ain't that So where does season 3 fall in though?
It's going to be
Spider-Man.
It's going to be after. Well, that's the thing. So we talked about it before. If season 3 comes out next year, it's going to be between Doomsday and Secret Wars. So are they going to be on Battle World?
So this is what I was thinking, Big J. You know how at the end of Thunderbolts, it was a 1 year, 14-month jump or whatever. What if they do it to where it's like whatever happens in Daredevil season 3 happens like a month after Spider-Man, so that way they don't have to touch anything that's going to happen in Doomsday. You see what I'm saying? So that anything that happens in Doomsday and Secret Wars doesn't affect what happens in Daredevil.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that earlier and I forgot. What was I say?
Didn't we hear that the end of Spider-Man is supposed to basically go straight into because we hear Spider-Man going to either get the symbiote or he's going to get yoinked to like Battle World or something. Remember they said that's why he's not going to be in not Battle World, but the Void, because that's why he's not going to be in Doomsday, is because that's the other theory that in the background while Doom is doing what he's doing in Doomsday, while he thinks he win, that Loki's will be pulling like a multiversal Avengers type set to hide in the Void so that they could spring them out when they need to after everything's kind of done, and they'll be the only ones to remember and know what's really going on while everybody else is brainwashed from the end of Doomsday. Remember, they said all people who go to Battle World won't know what their life was before. All they're gonna know is God Emperor Doom made everything better. He fixed it all, and he's the greatest. And except for the people who were in the Void who weren't affected by that, and they said that's kind of like Loki hit a bunch of people there that could come back and then bring people back and fight. The same thing with Sadie Sink's character. Who everybody's saying Jean Grey. We think that she's also going to be in the Void with Spider-Man and whoever else. So the ones who won't be in Doomsday can come back in and step in. So like I said, so that's why I don't think there can be another show between the two. That's why the fact they pushed it a whole year, I don't know. I think they should do 6 months like they did the last time, do like a 6-month jump between Doomsday and Secret Wars, because otherwise you're kind of stuck not being able to do anything else.
I wonder how they're going to do this then. Unless they're saying season 3 is like a continuation of what's going on in season 2, like it's still before Spider-Man, I guess. I don't know. It's gonna be
weird.
I don't know how they're going. Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying. If Frank is in Doomsday, I mean, if Frank is in Spider-Man, if it's set season 3 set before, then you know what I'm saying. It's like it's weird because you're seeing the prequel after the movie you just watched. So the movie kind of makes season 3 moot because you already know what the outcome's gonna be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting how they do that, bro. I have no idea. Speaking of Spider-Man, though, fellas, check this out. So we're supposed to be getting all three Spider-Man reportedly would be in Avengers Secret Wars. I think that's like a duh almost, but we'll see. What you think about this, cuz?
Yeah, it's like a death since I saw it, but well, partially I was expecting to be honest. I was expecting Tom
Toby.
and not even Toby. I thought Toby was going to die in
Doomsday.
Oh, Doomsday.
Doomsday,
I thought it'd
and
be
That's cause
Tom.
you.
so
That's cause you listening to Big J.
so that's what my like within the two movies I expected all three to show up, but I did expect Toby to pass to die in Doomsday, and then the other two would have been in Secret Wars. But it's not. It's not really surprising, but it's just in what they did in No Way Home, how everything worked together for them there, and it was for the most part paying homage to nerddom and everything, and clearing out a lot of stuff. It was still a great sequence of them working together. So for them to bring that back one more time in a Avengers level movie makes it that more much more exciting. So it's going to be a fun watch with it. Marvel knows how to get the big bucks, and that's what they'll be doing with this. Definitely getting a ton of money off of it. What you got, Big J?
So my thing is, I still think that Toby's gonna die in Doomsday, and I think that Andrew's gonna die in um, Secret
War.
Wars. And I think, and what my hope is that was it the Kingdom of Manhattan, if that exists on Battle World,
Mhm.
where they could have we might see Miles, and that could be how Miles is introduced to the MCU. You know what I'm saying? He may be existing there, and then when they bring everything back together in the reformed universe, that Miles will be part of that along with Tom Holland, Spider Man. Because like I said, Tom Holland's about to be with 30, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he just turned 30 or
So
29.
29.
that's a yeah. So I mean, I can see him age out. You get you a young Miles to be Spider Man for other. So like he'll have two more. So Tom Holland have two more movies after this to kind of wrap up his story, and we introduce Miles in Secret Wars, and then kind of have him, them to interact in the fifth movie, or the sixth, the fifth. That'd be the fifth movie in his
Yes.
second trilogy, and then kind of let him hand it over to Miles in the last one, and let him go do something else.
Gonna be a father at that point.
In
In
real
real
life.
life, probably in real
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
life.
real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you got, BA?
I'm thinking that it's just like you said. I mean, everyone's on the same accord. It's the obvious that they was going to show up, but at the same time, I did want one of them to bite the bullet in Doomsday. So I hope that this is a misdirect, so I can see that. Because I want the old in with the new. We gotta start younger. Um, y'all bringing up Miles Morales and the crew. Hell, I don't know. They might bring in Spider Gwen go along with them. Who knows? When it comes to that. But yeah,
Masterpiece.
that actually might be the best thing to do. But it's just yeah, it's just Toby. He did his thing. He did what he needed to do. Unless you want to show Spider-Man with a baby, like I said, like jokingly you said it, but yeah, unless you want to show Spider-Man with a baby running around, web crawling and stuff like that, then Toby got to go. Toby got to go. You know what I'm saying? So Toby can go and Andrew, like man, I got love for Andrew. They're not just gonna give you your own franchise no more. That failed, brother. Get up out of here.
No,
You
it's
can
all
go
right.
too. Don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Try your luck at another war film or something like that. It's just this ain't it. So
You said Warfield.
hopefully that they understand that and we'll see the benefit of it. But yes, I wish one of them was going to go in Doomsday. So I'm still crossing my fingers, and when that time comes, like I gotta do the Leonardo DiCaprio. Like oh, they did it. I knew he was going to do it. But yeah, I'm not necessarily 100% on board for them biting the bullet when it comes to Secret Wars. I wanted a little bit to be early, and then you can spread it out a little bit.
Right. No, I'm with you because I said the same thing. I was saying what they should have did was you have the other two Spider-Man. Since Toby's not going to be what's the boy name? Tom's not going to be in this movie. You had the other two in the movies, and like y'all said, when the incursions starting to happen, their two worlds are going to be two of the worlds that's going to end up colliding or whatever, and be gone or whatever, right? So then by the time you get to Secret Wars, when you got Battle World and everything, then you're gonna have the scraps like the final Spider-Man. I don't know about Miles Morales yet, BJ, because they said that they didn't want to touch that character yet. So it's gonna probably be one of those cases where when this new MCU moving forward is more established, then they're gonna introduce him or whatever, something like that. I don't know, but I'm just saying I don't know. It could be, but I don't see them introducing him here in Secret Wars. That'd be nice if they did, like they did in the comic. Like you said, we did have Miles Morales and Old Man Logan and all them characters, which is how they end up getting over to the main 616. It would have made more sense for those two other Spider-Men to be in Doomsday. Your worlds get erased by the incursions. Tom is back like, yo, what the heck is going on? I'm over here all of a sudden, I'm in this brand new battle world or whatever. Then y'all kind of go from there or whatever. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because we still don't know really what's going on with this movie. We ain't got a trailer yet or anything. I guess we're gonna be getting that here probably next couple months or something. But it's gonna be. What you got, BJ?
So here's one thing. The reason I threw out the Kingdom of Manhattan is because remember, Kingdom of Manhattan is supposed to be Earth 616 and 1610 mixed.
Yeah.
And so that would be a perfect way to introduce Miles. Plus, they didn't want to do Miles until they wrapped up the what do you call it? The Spider-Verse trilogy, which that movie is supposed to drop in 27, which means they could introduce him to Secret Wars at the end.
So this thing, this is what I think they're gonna happen. Instead of them having Miles in the movie, I think they're gonna substitute him with the two Spider-Man. Which is why I think they had this report that's coming out, or what is rumor coming out. Like, a lot of times they don't like follow things like verbatim as a comic, but they will kind of substitute a few things in to kind of take the place of something that was in the comics. So it's probably why they're saying they're gonna probably have these two in the movie, because they're probably not going to have Miles Morales yet. I see Miles Morales being more of a character that's more established within the new MCU that's going to be moving forward, and not in this, because we haven't heard any. Trust me, if he was going to be in Secret Wars, you would have started hearing rumors already. So we haven't heard any rumors or anything yet. You know what I'm saying? That's a major character. That's going to be a major character moving forward. That's not something you're just going to be like, okay, you know what? I got to tell y'all, why y'all watching the movie? Miles Morales in here. Like, I don't see them doing it.
Okay, but here's the thing. I guarantee they're going to introduce the new X-Men in this, and we don't know anybody besides Sadie Sink. I guarantee they're going to they got to be in the new one.
I can see Sadie Sink, unless we see what's the movie called, Doomsday. If they have some of the characters in Doomsday, then yeah, I can probably see that. But we haven't heard any type of rumor of them being actually in the movie. We heard an actual rumor of them being a X-Men movie, you know what I'm saying, but not actually in this movie.
Yeah, but I don't
like
think
we haven't heard any rumors. That I could probably be more close to believing that, BJ, though, compared to a Miles Morales. We haven't heard anything about Miles Morales. Anything. We've heard X-Men, but not anything about Miles Morales. We would say, BJ, you would say something?
I was coughing.
But now you said, you got anything else, BJ? My bad.
No, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, that's one thing is I think that they are going to really use this to reset everything. So that's why I think that, like I said, I think like your boy Kylo Ren said, we're going to let the past die in Doomsday, and kill it if you have to, which that's what they're going to do. And then in Secret Wars is we're going to kill off the rest of the ones that's the stragglers. That's why we're going to bring Andrew back to kill him off too. And that emotional gut punch, and then at the end I think you're going to see Tom with the symbiote, like we saw in the real Secret Wars, and I think you're gonna see Miles. I think you're gonna see Miles pop up.
Hey, BJ, and my thought process on this new Spider-Man movie is starting to change daily, bro. I'm telling y'all, I don't even think it's the Man Spider storyline. It's similar to it, of course, the way they presented it. Mm-hmm. I think Tom got the symbiote, bro, in this movie.
You think that's why his eyes turn black in the trailer?
I think that's why his eyes turn black, and that's why when you see that one where he covered his ears up and you heard that ringing, that's the weakness of the symbiote. I'm telling you, bro. I think it's a symbiote. They're keeping that like hush hush, like because they want you going in like, oh my,
major. That's major.
You know like they want you going in like, oh my god, bro, it's a symbiote, and like you said, that makes sense. He has the symbiote before he goes into going into Secret Wars, bro. That makes sense. Like it wouldn't make sense for something that major to be a end credit, and then you don't explain how he got it or anything, and just go right into the movie. That's something like you build up. He's used to it. Like, oh, what's going on with me? Things are changing. Blah blah blah. It's changing your physiology, all that, and then
But
you
you see
go
that
right
that's
into
why I got the
Secret War.
organic? You think that's how I got the organic weapons
right,
from the
organic.
symbiote?
Yep, I think it's from the symbiote, bro. So
That'd be crazy.
I
But here's
think
the
that's what
thing.
it is.
Like I still say, I think that this sets up him to have the symbiote in Secret Wars for
Mhm.
the fifth movie to be him with the Venom symbiote throughout that
Yep.
movie, and then
Yep.
shedding it by the end of the movie, and then the fifth or the sixth one to be kind of him letting
new Eddie
Spider-Man
Brock.
go. I'm
Yep.
saying letting Spider-Man go.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say the new Eddie Brock, like the new Eddie Brock gets it or whatever.
Because
Because
I looked up,
we heard those rumors too. Remember that they gonna recast and do another Eddie Brock. I'm
yeah, they
telling
got
you,
to do
BJ.
Eddie Brock. They got to do Eddie Brock. But no, so here's the thing. So Tom he'll be 30 in a couple of months. He is 29.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing. And like I said, if you do another Spider-Man movie in 3 years from now,
Mhm.
if they drop another one, so he'll be 33 when that movie
33,
drops,
Yeah.
and then another 3 years he'll be 36.
36.
6.
Like I said, it'd be kind of time for him to give it up at that point. You know what I'm saying? He would have been Spider-Man for almost 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Going back
what's
to
this?
Civil
What's
War.
this?
20. He was 20 at Civil War, right?
Yeah. Hold on. When did Civil War come out? 17?
Hold on, let's see.
Oh, 18?
I think 18. No, 18 was Black Panther. So 17.
2016.
Oh,
20. So this
wait.
is 20. It's 2016. So yeah,
20 years. Whoa.
yeah, he would be.
At that point.
Yeah,
Oh, he think he Robert Downey Jr. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. If he does
That's sweet.
another 6 years, he'll be right at. He'll be looking at what 17. Be up 17, 18 years as the same character.
That's crazy.
That's the time to move on.
And that's I think this will be the blueprint for Marvel moving forward. Get them while they're young, and you can end up getting 10 plus films out of them.
Hey,
it's 2
question.
trilogies and plus the additional like your Avengers movies too.
Question.
Go ahead.
How y'all think that's gonna go over with the audience?
Oh, what if what they phase him out?
Yeah, no, as far as like if Miles Morales is the definitive Spider-Man going forward. I know y'all gonna say Into the Spider-Verse, but it's different.
No,
Into the Spider-Verse has multiple versions of Spider-Man in the movie. This is gonna be him by himself as Spider-Man going forward.
I think you'll end up having to run too, because of course you're going to have the haters because of Miles Morales, but I think you'll end up having to still have a Peter Parker around.
Plus, if you do it like I said, if you introduce Miles in Secret Wars and then have him show up in Spider-Man 5 during the symbiote situation, and then have him show up again in 6, then it's not you just introduced this dude, he just showed up.
Oh, you trying to combine? Okay, I see what you're saying, BJ. You trying to combine both Secret Wars together, pretty much. Get the best of both. Okay, I got you.
That's what Marvel does. That's what the MCU does.
That's what they're doing now. They're taking liberties from both Secret Wars story runs. Okay, I got you. Yeah, no, I hear you on that. It's just we haven't heard any rumors of him being in the movie. That's why I was saying like I don't think he's gonna be in this movie. And and the last time we heard them bring up Miles Morales, Marvel said that Sony said we can't touch that character yet at all until they get done or guess whatever they doing with him or whatever. So
until they don't know until Spider-Verse is over, which is next year.
Are we sure?
Question: yes. When did they make that statement?
This was
about a couple years ago.
So remember, they did update that statement of opening up the characters.
One thing too. Well, yeah, it can use the villains and stuff. That's not the problem. You got to have 2 different Spider-Man at the same time. That's the thing. And also too, BJ, they're gonna start filming here like next month.
Mm-hmm.
The what's name don't come out till next year.
Yeah, but the same thing. But the Secret Wars doesn't come out till the end of next year, so you can still be filming something.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. They're filming it right now though, but what's name hasn't even came out yet, so we haven't even seen them yet in the movie. They're about to start filming like right now.
I know.
So that's why I was like, I don't know. We haven't heard any rumors. Like you said, we heard the rumors of the X-Men. I give you that. We have heard rumors of them might probably be in here. But we haven't heard anything of Miles Morales because, like I said before, a couple years ago, they talked about. They said Sony does not want them to touch Miles Morales yet at all. Like they don't even look in that direction. You can't even say Miles or Morales in separate sentences. You know what I'm saying? Like no, you can't do that. Stay away from that character. We'll tell you when you can use that character. But everything else, like the villains and all that,
Yeah.
have
Rogue
at the
Gallery.
worst authority.
Look, so here's the question: do you think Sony would turn down an opportunity if they said, "Look, we'll set it up," and like I said, they do what they do back to back. Where if they were to have the symbiote movie come out in 2028 or 9, let's say the symbiote Spider-Man movie comes out in 29. In 2010, they do the first Miles Morales movie, and then in 2013, I mean, not 20, and was it
33.
33? They do the last Holland movie, and then like I said, that way you've already got. So you now have $2 billion Spider-Man movies going boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? As you kind of phase them out.
You said this is who now?
This is Sony with Mike with
remember
Marvel.
Remember
with
who
Marvel
you're talking to over.
Look,
you know Sony
Marvel
how they move.
Let Marvel run it like Sony knows.
Oh, I agree with you. I would. You're right. I agree with you. Hey, this is the one I got to get y'all opinion on. So this one right here, Black Panther 3 will feature a war between aliens and the Wakandans. Is there a storyline with this? I can't remember.
Wasn't it that? Well, okay, I thought there was something with the. But that was the future one where, like, remember they had that future one where they was like on a planet, Wakanda, like there was like a planet.
That's the only thing I was thinking of was future. It would be the future.
So pretty much that whole we talked about it before, about a month or two ago, or whatever. So pretty much that storyline we talked about a month ago. So this is kind of pretty much just kind of not confirming, but kind of like piggybacking off of what we said a couple months ago, what they thought the idea of Black Panther 3 could be. So I guess it makes sense, bro.
The intergalactic empire of Wakanda. That's what the storyline was.
Yeah. So probably one of them cases. So what does mean though? Like this gonna be in the future?
It could be, like I said, maybe that's what part of the reboot. They could tell that story. You know, have it be the new Wakanda once they consolidate universes. It could be futuristic Wakanda.
Yeah, it would be crazy. I mean, I'm interested in whatever they decide. You already know what I want. I don't care what they decide to do. Give me my T'Challa back. That's all I want. You give me T'Challa in some shape, form, or fashion, and then we good. You can do whatever you want after that. I want to see a T'Challa versus Namor. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So,
you want Taron Egerton to be T'Challa? You saying?
Nah, it's gonna be Idris.
Nah. It's gonna be Alden Hodge.
I mean,
he talked about it. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that too. What was it, cuz?
No, I was just said between each of them, that'd be winning right there. Each of those two.
No, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be. I really think it's gonna be Idris, bro. It's just too much smoke, bro. You know how they say smoke where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. I think it's gonna be him, man.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba, man.
Man, 70 years old. He's gonna be like
Morgan Freeman. Hey, he gonna come back from Valhalla and turn into Black Panther.
You know, hey, you could do it.
All right, man. Let's see what we got for next, y'all. We got BA's favorite character right here. So it's the wrong one. It's this one. So he says Maul Shadow Lord season 2 is officially in the works at Disney. So it looked like they might be happy, man. So check this out. The series will finally bring George Lucas' original vision for Maul to the screen. Are you happy now, BJ?
No.
I mean,
no, because I sent y'all the message in the thing that the video that they talked about where George's original vision before they killed him again was for Maul to come back and Maul to have a Twi'lek. That he brought up, and that was supposed to be the whole sequel trilogy. It was supposed to be Maul as like the Shadow Lord, and him supposed to be having like his own secret Twi'lek apprentice that he turned from a Jedi to a Sith, and everybody having to fight him. And I'm like, that'd have been a cool story, but you killed him again. So now you, like I said, you're trying to shoehorn. Okay, well, he was alive from here to here. Let's make 27 movies about Maul's time from
within
here
his 5 years.
Within his 5-year period, all the stuff that he did before we killed him again. Or we could just say he didn't die the second time we killed him. When Obi-Wan killed him in Tatooine Desert, we'll just say that was all fake. That's not canon now. And let's just bring it back, even though Dave Filoni did it. So, like I said, Dave is weird, and Dave has his favorites. Like we said before, if this would have been Ahsoka would have been brought back. Ezra Bridger would have jumped across the war between worlds and saved Maul from dying, and brought him back, and that he'd have been gone. So, like I said, but no, because it wasn't his creation. He's like, oh, kill him, kill him. I didn't like him. Kill him. He's red and scary. Kill him. You know. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm glad to see more Maul content, but once again, you got to get past this one little section of time, because there's only so many stories you could tell before you start tripping over your own lore, which they do all the time.
Facts. What you got, BA? I know you happy about this.
This is the type of stuff that wakes you up. You feel me? So when it comes to Darth Maul, the fact that they already said it's going to be a season, they're working on the season 2. That tells me that in their mind they already working on a season 3. This is going to be a 3-series type of a thing. So I don't care if they go year by year within that 5-year stretch. I don't care if they do 1 month, 2 months, 3 months within any kind of stretch. It's Dave Filoni. He has full access to Darth Maul, and I know he had it before, and he gave us one of the best scenes on animated on Tatooine between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. It's just now we get to see just a different version of this, and seeing him being one of the best anti. And I'm telling you, by the end of this, he's gonna be an anti-hero. That's what it's going to be, because the big bad is Order 66 and what's happening with them. That's the big bad, or whatever faction that's over above him, and he's underground. So he's going to be an underground king, and we all love underdog story. Don't matter if you're good or bad, we all love it. So we're going to get a lot from this, and and just hold on to your seats, man. And I'm here for it. I am ready. This week, right? This week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's that? Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday. I think it's Thursday. I think. What you got, cuz?
Tuesday, the 6th.
Oh, Tuesday.
Oh, damn.
It's exciting. Yeah, it's the 6th.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
Monday.
Okay.
Oh, that's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. The 6th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is exciting that they already prepping for a second season. It was one thing that we talked about as well, is we have these shows that everybody's excited for. Well, just shows overall. You should push out or already have it prepped for 3 seasons as a way to help with continuity and everything, and great storytelling for the writers and everything, so they can have a plan for it. But just for them to go into the Darth Maul storyline, to the lore, is great. I definitely wish they, like Big J said, that they would have just leaned into it early on. Wouldn't have to deal with this nonsense at this point. But hindsight is 2020. But for us to actually start getting it is exciting. The next one I want for something like this will be Vader. Give me a Vader time frame. As well, when he's like the epitome of his hate. Like, you just see him walking through people. I just want that hate from Vader.
Now, because you get that, it's gonna be animated.
I know. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'm okay with it, as long as it's not. If that's the only way to get it, then that's the way we get it. I'd rather have it animated than not have it at all. So that's how I feel. But I just wanted to be able to see the hate. So that's what I'm hoping for this one, is that they have the anger for Darth Maul as well. You don't think so?
It BA talking about anti-heroes and all that stuff. I don't know. But what would we say, BJ?
So 2 things. One, we could also have a Starkiller series. That should be a series too. But during that same time period. But if and once again, let all these dudes play in the same sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Have them all interacting with each other. But then the other thing too is, BA was right. Because if you watch the Clone Wars and the stories, like I said, he basically was about to be anti-hero, because he was going to try and stop Palpatine from issuing Order 66. And then who stopped him? It was Ahsoka. Because she didn't believe him. She didn't think that Anakin would turn to the dark side. So he really was the hero of the story until the Jedi screwed it up once again because of their own blind hubris, whatever you want to call it. Where they're like, nah, we can't turn evil. Not Anakin. There's no
Yeah.
way he
Hold
can
on.
turn.
Now, when I said this on one of the episodes, y'all killed me for this. I said, bro, I think they turned him into an anti-hero. Like, no, he's still bad. He still
Well,
the Sith power still flow through him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
no.
like,
See, the problem is you don't understand this because BA said it, and then we had to agree with BA. See,
oh,
that's
okay,
what it
my
was.
bad.
Yeah.
I got you. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Trash.
No, listen.
Say it in my way,
So-
baby. Let's go.
So I think I'm with BA on this one too. If they already doing the season 2, I think they're gonna probably do a 3-season. Matter of fact, how many episodes in this? 8.
Keep talking.
Okay,
I'll look it up.
Okay. If it's 8, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm with you, BA. I think it's gonna be 3 episodes. 3 seasons. I think it's gonna be 3 seasons. Now they're gonna probably
It's 10
have a 3
episodes.
season.
Nice.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That's correct. It's gonna stick with 2. Depending on man, you know what? But depending on how the views are and everything, I think they're gonna probably stick to 2 then. Because I think kind of what you said, Big J, they're gonna keep it between a certain time frame, but I think it's gonna probably be within all this is gonna happen within a year or so or whatever. I don't think it's gonna be one of the cases where like, okay, season 1 is, this year, then like season 2 gonna be 5 years down the line, all that type of stuff. I think it's gonna be kind of like how the Penguin and Batman, all it was happening within a certain like a month or 2 or 3 or whatever. I think that's probably what they're gonna end up doing. But if it's 10 episodes, man, they might just stop at 2. I don't know. It depends. Like if I think it was 8, I was gonna say I could see them probably doing 3 seasons. But if it's gonna be 10, maybe stop at 2. Maybe. I hope it's good enough. They do want to do a 3. I'm cool with that. But I don't know. We'll see though, man. But yeah, I like the fact that they actually gonna implement George Lucas's vision though, Big J. That's what I like. Kind of see what hey, we're getting a third chance. You don't normally get a third chance. You know what I'm saying? At these things. So shout out to BA guy, man, Dave Filoni. All right, man. Y'all got a couple more here. Check this out. James Gunn. So check this out. Marvel's reportedly working on an Avengers project featuring the Eternals. So the rumor right now, fellas, I don't know if y'all remember, we talked about this about a while ago. Y'all remember when we talked about they talking about making an Avengers Judgment Day movie?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the rumor that's going around right now that this is going to be the next Avengers project if they do it after Secret Wars. That way it ties in what happened with the Eternals. Remember Arishem the Judge? We still don't know what happened with that. He just judged and just left. So in the storyline of Judgment Day, there is an Eternal that comes in and says that it judges the planet or whatever, right? Like it's a pretty interesting storyline. So when this report came out, I can actually believe this report because we still have not gotten the Arishem the Judge part of the Eternals, answered yet. We still don't know what's happening with the Eternals. They just happened to show up in one movie and that was it. Nobody talked about them. They disappeared or whatever. So this could be a way that you kind of tie all of that into the storyline with not only the Avengers, but in this story, it's Avengers versus X-Men versus the Eternals. So supposedly, I think it's also a way you could tie in the mutants into this universe by saying that the mutants are descendants of the deviants. So the Eternals are coming back to destroy the mutants because they are tied to their descendants of the deviants. The deviants and the Eternals are like mortal enemies with each other, as we saw in the movie. And so it's a pretty interesting storyline. The Avengers are the ones so like in the middle trying to like keep the peace and all that stuff and stop all the chaos or whatever. So, which is why you got the whole famous X-Men versus Avengers and all that type of stuff. So you're gonna see Cyclops and Captain America, bumping heads or whatever. So yeah, man, it's a pretty interesting storyline. But I think that's probably where they're gonna go with that if I had to guess. But what you think on this one, BA?
Honestly, I think the Avengers should stay the Avengers. If you're going to add X-Men to it, I think that's the worst. I guess as far as you want to go, I don't want all these characters in a 2-3 hour movie. It's a lot. We already dealing with a lot of characters. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't want to continue this trend. So I want to try to downsize a little bit, and it'll help with character development and all that. So if you're telling me that I'm going to get this kind of a project, then make it an Avengers level animated project. You can put it in the theater if you want to. But just I don't. When you have actors and then you got to do all these other things, you got to make sure it's right. I'd rather see all this, especially with the skill sets and the and everything like that. Their mutant abilities, their natural abilities, their whatever abilities. Like some things should be animated, I think, and I think that this is on par for that, and it'll be nice to see. It'll boost Marvel animation, because I don't think we have too much Marvel animation right now. Yeah, when it comes to Disney, everybody else got a lot of animation, but Marvel animation isn't, unless I'm blanking on something. Yeah, I don't think they have anything. So let the Eternals take that route. Let this go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say I think just X-Men and Spider-Man. Is it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let the Eternals take over that. Let the Eternal Celestials take over that, especially when you're dealing with people like huge figures and all this other stuff, and you want to see them kind of actually do more than just kind of walk around, because that's kind of what they end up doing. They just kind of walk. And if we get anything else in that, we all seen Galactus, it was great to see Galactus, but he just did his walking thing and shot did a little MG thing, and that's about it. And fell. He tripped. That's what he did. He also tripped. So like let's lead that to the animation, and I think everything can go. But I want to see it in real life. It's a great dope. That was a great concept that you just put out there, bro. Like I would love to see it. I just prefer it on animation side.
What you got, Cuz?
I was more just, I would love to see it. I want these characters just because Civil War didn't have all these characters and now they're available. So I kind of want them all on the screen. I kind of get what BA is saying as far as keeping it nice and clean cut as far as Avengers, X-Men, Celestials, Eternals in their own area. But I would like to see it. Let it expand for a couple movies, primarily just because it can. I feel like the storyline that you was giving us with the Judgment Day, it sounds pretty exciting and a great way to bring another situation when it comes to dealing with the or for the X-Men to deal with, or actually both for your regular Avengers and X-Men to deal with. So yeah, I would definitely like to see that on screen. It will be crazy to go from one big massive set of movies when it comes to Doomsday Secret Wars, and then a little bit later you end up having the Eternals Avengers movie. It'd be crazy, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued because it will get the possibility to clean up a lot of stuff from previous movies that they haven't talked about, like you said, Herschel and stuff. So I would like to see it. I would like to see it. Big J.
I mean, like I said, I could see both ways. I could see what B was saying with doing this as animated, and yeah, like Marvel animation Marvel kind of ceded animation to DC years ago, but they've been making a comeback with like the X-Men '97 and then the Spider-Man, and even the what do you call it, the zombies.
What if?
Zombies.
Yeah,
and what if? Yeah. I mean, those are all banging. So, like I said, if you were to do an Axe storyline with the same kind of animation crew that did Marvel Zombies, I think that'd be tight. But like I said, I could also see him working in and doing like live action and kind of wrapping up the Eternal story, because like I said, you do have some powerful characters that's just once again just out there and we ain't gonna talk about. And act like that. And like I said, either kill off the ones like the one the one who had the cult in the middle of the woods, stuff like that. You could tap all those loose ends of the extra ones and then keep the few that you want to keep going forward, like Kingo, if you want to finally do right by Kumail Nanjiani and bring him back and have him finish out his movies that he's supposed to be doing. Because like I said, I like Kumail. I think he'd be cool to have in the MCU, really in the MCU. But yeah. I think Angela Jolie, she could be gone. I think they could keep Cersei even, and your boy, the Kid Harington dude, and then what's the other one? Madden, the one that played Icarus. Because we don't know if he died when he was supposed to try and fly into the sun to kill himself, but we don't know if he actually. Yeah, we don't know if he actually died. So once again, we could bring those characters back and had them just in the MCU doing stuff, and they don't have to be run around as the Eternals, but they could be teamed up with the regular heroes from time to time. Because, like I said, they're powerful. So they could come in, and especially on those intergalactic threats or something, I think it'd be cool to have them out there.
Yeah, they and plus they're celestial machines, so they can be revived or whatever, like they do in the comics. So that's not the issue. Like, you always get another Icarus or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm with y'all, man. Like this will be fire like on Dolby or on IMAX or whatever. Decide to do it. Like I said, it ties up a lot of the loose ends and all that type of stuff. You finally get to see the Eternals interact with the other Marvel characters and stuff like that. This will probably be the first, if I had to guess, probably the first like major movie for the X-Men. If I had to guess on that, and then of course it'll be another Avenger movie. They try to release those every once in a while, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those are like the big major tentpole movies that makes the big bucks for them, right? The event films for them. So it makes sense. Like I said, Judgment Day, that's a pretty interesting storyline. And also too, I think they revived in that storyline. The mutants found a way to become immortal. So when they were on this, I can't think of the name of the planet that they moved some of the mutants on, and they found some kind of like plant or something that can help revive like mutants stuff like that. No, it's not Genosha. I think it's all with a C. I can't remember.
I was just joking when I said it, because everything's Genosha. I was just joking.
Hey, wipe that out. But you know what I'm saying. But so it's like, oh, wipe that out, huh? We gonna have a whole entire planet. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. Like I said, and that's one reason why the Celestials, but Celestials too, but the Eternals came back to try to wipe out the mutants not only because of their tie to the deviants, but because they found some way to make themselves eternal and to come back from light from death and all that type of stuff. It's a whole storyline, bro. It's pretty interesting. And so, like I said, it'd be something. I don't think they're gonna adapt it fully from the book, but it is a way that could tie some of the loose ends that we've seen already in the movies to this movie or whatever. So like I said, with Airsham and stuff like they come back and judging the planet and everything, that celestial that you've seen in the Indian Ocean or whatever from the Eternal movie, there was a celestial that they revived from a planet in that storyline too. So like I said, all that stuff can be tied into that movie, man. It'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, I would definitely see that live action, man. I'll definitely go watch that in Dolby when it comes out, if it do come out. All right, y'all. Last but not least, speaking of movies, supposedly Marvel is thinking about moving their release date for Doomsday up to the 11th. So instead of the 18th, they move it up a week. And that's because they said this would allow them to secure a IMAX screen for at least one more week. So it makes sense. Cause you think this is true or you think it's false? You think they're gonna move it up, or you think they're gonna keep it where it's at?
I think they just end up keeping it where it's at and just grab the IMAX screens after Dune, because Dune only had it for a month. So I think this will end up enticing Doomsday to stay in a little bit longer just to be able to move it over to IMAX. Because
hold on, so you saying after 3 months they're gonna be in IMAX?
No. Dune only has it for IMAX for a month, don't they?
Yeah, three weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
But then Jumanji has it the week after Doom.
Yeah,
after Doom gives it up.
Oh, they do.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why Jumanji moved back. That's why Jumanji moved back.
Yeah, Jumanji moved back so they can have it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that they would have had a small window after that month. Okay, then yeah, it's getting moved up. They're gonna move it up for that week, just to get a week's worth of IMAX. Because that'll be 2 months. What's after Jumanji that will go on IMAX? Do you know? Yeah,
I'm not sure, but I've never seen a movie wait that long to be in IMAX though. Like, okay, 2 months down the line now when IMAX, like, I don't see them doing that.
Yeah, so they'll end up running it a week on IMAX, and then we'll see after that. But yeah, that's crazy that they end up having to move up for it. What you got, Big J?
No, that's what I was thinking. I think it does make sense in this iteration because. But that's why, like I said, when Jumanji moved, because they had the week before, and they were like, "Yeah, no, this don't make sense." So they moved back to jump back 2 weeks because they were like, "Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense for us to try and go in." And they figured they may have one good week, and then it was going to be obliterated by Doomsday and Doom.
And doing
So they're like, yeah, forget this. So to let them have their first week or two, then we come in with ours and we can get our IMAX screen and tie it to that. So that's why I say I think it makes sense for Doomsday to move up a week, had a whole week to itself on the IMAX, make the $500-600 million first opening weekend, and then the second week they can fall back and just go to all the alternative stuff like the Dolby and Atmos and all the other premium screen formats. But at least they would get their money up front. Because I think they said in the last ones, I think it was only 3% of the. I think 3% of the total revenue came from IMAX screens or something like that from the end game.
Oh, that's what's up. Right.
But that's still like a lot of money. 3% of $2.9
$2
billion.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so they made
a lot of money.
Their money, So I can see it. It makes sense to me. What you thinking, BA?
12/11. I just tried to do a quick Google search to see if there was anything significant tied to the 12/11 other than Earth 12/11, but nothing really popped up. I just think that it's a small thing to do, just like you guys saying. Like it just makes sense. Some things don't need full out math equation for. It's to get you a little bit more money. And unfortunately, I guess these contracts are valid. So if Dune say they're going to be in a movie theater for 3 months, for 3 weeks on IMAX, then they can't do anything about it. It has to be in it.
Yeah.
So it's nothing you can do. So it is what it is, kind of a thing. So it's going to be a bummer. I'm quite sure that people are going to be selling out IMAX for Marvel, and then they come next week. Dune ain't really selling out in all these theaters like we wanted to. But this Marvel thing is still selling out. So I mean, it is what it is. That'd be just entertainment, I guess, at that point for the consumers. But no, it's a smart tactic. It kind of makes you think like, okay, well, if you want it to be a week early, I haven't checked, but what's stopping you from going 2 weeks early? Is it not ready? I'm quite sure that
Narnia.
Narnia.
I just looked it up. Narnia.
There you go. That's one of movies too.
November 26th up until they have it for 2 weeks, and then that following week
so they got
open.
They got a sweet spot there. They got that 1 week has a sweet spot, and just take advantage of it, Marvel. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Question.
Literally 1 week.
How did Marvel miss this?
I don't think they had announced. I think Dune announced the date first. I think they picked the date first, and they had already negotiated with the IMAX theaters first, and then Marvel came back and threw theirs on the table and said, "We dropping the same day." And so first Dune was like, "Oh, should we move off?" But they're like, "Nah, we already got the IMAX," so they didn't move, and so that was it.
That's crazy. This is something new. I've never heard this before, but yeah. That's just crazy to me. I'm like, why Marvel? What y'all doing? Why ain't, I guess they felt like because we Marvel, we'll just get it whenever. But that's what I thought it was. But okay, so that makes sense. It make more sense what Big J said about they did get their date first. Because at first, matter of fact, you know what? You're right, Big J. Because remember, this was supposed to come out in May originally. Remember? Then they moved it back to December. Yeah, that's why.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why. But yeah, no, I can definitely see it. If I had to put your hot toys on the Big J, I think they're gonna. Sorry, Big J, I got to, man. I think they're gonna move it up a week because it makes too much sense. It makes too much sense, man. It makes way too much sense. Get your week worth of IMAX in, man.
I see, and they really. I was gonna say they should have left it in May because I looked at the other movies that's scheduled to come out. Mortal Kombat 2, they'd crush it, and then the Mandalorian and Grogu. So, and then the only problem is in the beginning of June. You've got Toy Story 5, so I think they were trying to avoid stepping on all their own other IPs. You know what I'm saying? Because
BA say you disrespectful, man.
What?
You over there cursing, yo? You heard him?
Oh, nobody, man, please. Okay, so you got a chance to see Mortal Kombat or Doomsday. Ooh, I don't know, man.
No, he said Mandalorian Grogu. Don't do that.
Oh no,
Mandalorian Grogu.
No, I'm saying between Mandalorian and Grogu and Toy Story, they didn't want to step on their own. Why would Disney drop?
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So they don't make sense.
The way you initiated it felt like it was one of the no. Which one would you pick out? Like, wait a second now.
No, I'm saying that they didn't want to step on their own toes because they need to get Mandalorian.
No doubt, you're right.
And
so when was it supposed to come out? Was it early May?
Which one? No, May 22nd. When was it supposed to drop? I think I think it's gonna be early May. So yeah, but you got to give it more than 2 weeks breathing time because, like I said, even if it dropped on May 11th or May, somewhere around there, you don't want to give time to breathe. You don't want to be like boom, and then all of a sudden you got 2 weeks, and then Mandalorian Grogu just come out, and it's gonna be the third movie of all every week behind. So yeah, no, I think they would. It's the same thing with Toy Story coming out right after that.
Mm-hmm.
They should have spaced this out better.
They.
We
don't know the original. I think, matter of fact, I think Toy Story moved in that spot because Avengers moved. Remember that?
And Moana, it drops in July, so they said they got a lot of.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's interesting, man. But like I said, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Let's go ahead and turn the page here, man. Let's go ahead and get to the comments, fellas. We can call it an afternoon. Let's see, we got up here first. Khalees. It says hello. Oh, Wiseman, yeah. It says hello. Oh, then it says hi with 3 highs.
Mm-hmm.
This for Big J right here. Pluto says, "Oh, happy day, Big J. We used to pray for times like this." Yeah, man, Big J being positive today, man. I don't know what's going on, man. He must got a new hot toy. Check it. That's all I'm saying. He said, "What's up?" They saying Hodges as T'Challa because Idris dating Killmonger's ex. Silly politics if true. I didn't hear about that, but that's crazy, man. I ain't heard nothing about that. But that'd be wild if that was true though. Mm-hmm. And then he also says, where does this fit in the Avengers / Eternals fit on the timeline or schedule? And what does the project mean? Film, TV show, animated show? So it was gonna be one of the technically kind of like one of the Avenger movies. That's what it was supposed to be. But as far as timeline, sometime after whatever happens after Secret Wars, not like directly after Secret Wars, but whatever the events and stuff that's happening, like as far with the X-Men and all that stuff, because we're definitely getting the X-Men in this new phase or whatever. So whatever happens after this phase here is when it's gonna fall in after that. It would have made sense for it to be in this phase here or before because of what happened with Eternals. So that's the only thing that's gonna be kind of throw me off about the whole thing. But either way, if that's what they decide to do, I'm definitely gonna be in the movie theater. So we'll see. But yeah. All right, fellas, it was a good show, man. Listen, if you guys are into geek content, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday and Saturday morning as we get our geek on, as you already know. We definitely appreciate the subscribers who subscribed here recently. We also would like for you guys to also hit that like button. That'd be much appreciated too, man. Please hit them likes, help us continue to build that algorithm. And also too, man, if you guys have any questions or comments, like I said, anything we address here, man, y'all can drop them in the comment section, man. After the show, we'll get to you, man. So if you want to do that, that'll also be helpful as well. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Real. Got Cuz in the building, got BA, Big J, man. Cuz we geek, we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. We'll catch y'all guys here on Tuesday. Go watch Daredevil and watch Darth Maul. We're gonna do both of those spoiler discussions on Tuesday. Well, yeah, watch Invincible too. But for Tuesday, we're gonna be talking about the Darth Maul episode, and we're gonna be talking about Daredevil. So we'll see y'all guys here on Tuesday. Stay geeked, and we out.